Hey, this is Anthony again for Jacob Lenoff's Tours America channel. This is part one of another interview for Jacob Lenoff. Okay, here are the questions that Jacob has prepared for me. Number one, what do you hope for your grandson's interest? Well, obviously, I would really be happy if he somewhat took an interest in bodybuilding and training and weightlifting, because that's my passion, but also I'm a big baseball fan. I think that would be fun to watch baseball games with him. But you know what? Whatever he's interested in, he could be interested in video games like his dad, or whatever his dad likes, comics and stuff like that. And my daughter, how about this? I'll share his interests. I'll try to get into whatever he likes, because that would be just as cool to encourage him and what he loves to do. Also, it would be great if he liked music, because I love music and I play guitar somewhat, and he's already adapting to that, because when I play, he wants to play. He's trying to. He's figuring out what the strings do, and he likes to bang on the guitar and make percussion sounds and bang the strings. So who knows, you know? That's how it starts. You got to influence them young. All right, question number two. Would you like a granddaughter someday? And how would you like hanging out with the girl? I would love it. I hope I have a granddaughter soon. That would be great. Or even another grandson. Or even the way it is. It's fine. Everything's good, because it's just going to happen the way it happens. I mean, if I have a granddaughter, I'll be just as thrilled to hang out with her and him together and take them to the park and put them on swings and amusement parks and roller coasters and rides. Or even maybe my granddaughter will like to go to the gym with me and run on the treadmill and lift weights and go to the Met game. Who knows? It would be great either way, or to watch her grow up through her eyes and see what her interests are. Because kids got to have their own life. I mean, we can only influence them somewhat, but it's really about them and what naturally they gravitate towards, because that's what life's all about. We're all individuals. I mean, we do aspire to look up to certain people, but we are deep down what we are inside. And that'll be a thrill for me to see what my grandson's going to turn into and what my daughter will be about. My granddaughter will be about. It would be great. So looking forward to that. Here's another question. Do you remember anything about when you were told about how you were going to be a father for the first time? It was a long time ago. My daughter is 31 years old, so what I do remember was my wife just said, we're going to be parents, and, you know, it was just thrilling to hear that and find out about that, and I couldn't wait for it to happen. And when it did happen, we became a family, and that's the story of our life and everyone's lives. I mean, that's really all I can remember about it at the time. I'm sure I was happy and nervous and all those things that go along with being told you're going to be a dad. Okay, next question is, did you have anxiety in raising children? I have to be honest, not really. Not really. I couldn't wait. I couldn't wait to be with these guys and raise them and teach them and let them just, you know, be with me and be with them. The only time I really felt anxiety was when they didn't feel well and they got sick and I didn't know what to do, because, you know, that's when you feel anxiety. Other than that, my wife was like the best mom ever, and kind of just told me what to do. She stayed home with them all the time. I was working a lot, and that's that story. But it's natural to have anxiety for anything new, especially when you have to raise a family and have, you know, children for the first time. So I'm sure there was some anxiety involved. Yeah, I'm sure, but I don't know. I don't really particularly remember it being that much of a bad or anxious time. What was the first things that you did with your child or children? Well, I remember my daughter was born first, and she loved Mickey Mouse and Disney right from the start. So I do remember quite often taking her to Disney movies, and I still remember taking her to see The Little Mermaid. I think on the first day it came out. and she loved it. And there was also other movies that I took her to see. And then my son came along, and we did the same thing with him. He was more into the scary movies and like Barney and things like that, off television. My daughter also liked the show Alf, if I remember right. I'm not sure if she liked it or I liked it, but we used to watch it together, and I bought her an Alf doll. It was, we still talk about that. That's kind of funny. Then, as they got older, we kind of shared our interests in music. They like their own music, obviously, and I like my own music. My daughter kind of liked the Beatles, as I do, but my son didn't. But that's fine, too, because I kind of learned to adapt to the kind of music they liked as well. So anyway, that's the end of part 1. And it's Jacob Lenoff's Tours America channel. I'm Anthony Belfiore. If you like, follow me on Instagram and Facebook. And you can see what's new with my acting stuff and whatever else I'm into. And all right, thanks for listening to me. See you again.